Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are ranking the top 10 best non-gambling shooting guards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM right now, and I will say this list has been made a good chunk deeper over the past few weeks by dropping several new free shooting guard options that definitely helped to build some depth at this position, because the last time I did this ranking, I would say the shooting guard position was not particularly deep. There was one incredible card at the top of the list and then a bunch of guys kind of lagging behind. But before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, tons of consistent and daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's discuss. So starting off with the number 10 spot is still going to be Kyle Korver. There are a few viable opals on this list, and Korver is one of them. The thing about Korver is he is still one of the very best shooters in the entire game. Has the Curry slide and an absolutely incredible release. Good speed, solid defender, not an unbelievably elite defender, but he does have golden movable enforcer at 6'7". The playmaking as a whole, besides the Curry slide, could be a little bit better. His sigs are not exceptional. His fade normal is good, but not unbelievable, and he's not the best slasher in the game, but he is one of the most dominant, pure catch and shoot shooters in all of MyTEAM, and that still provides a lot of value for the card, which puts him at number 10. Number 9 is going to be Mike Miller, who I think is a better version of Kyle Korver. He is Kyle Korver with more slashing, 1 inch taller, and I think very similar as a shooter. Just as capable defensively. Like, they're going to do basically the same thing, except Mike Miller has a 90 driving dunk and half finishing badges. That's about the only difference between the cards. They are very, very similar. You could make the argument Korver's release is a little better, but I think Mike Miller's is very similar and also very good. Although I will say his sigs and playmaking really isn't much better than Korver's. So in general, what he gives you is just a more athletic version of Kyle Korver, pretty much, which is why he goes number 9. Number 8 is going to be Chris Middleton. The thing about this Chris Middleton, bad release. That is his biggest flaw easily, is that his release is just not that good. But he is 6'7", 6'10" wingspan, super complete, defends his butt off, capable but not exceptional playmaker. I wish the playmaking was a little bit better. I will admit that's the other one kind of flaw, but he's super fast. He still has great shooting badges. His tray fade is really nice, very smooth and easy. Tray escape is also a W. He's got legit sigs, and he's an exceptional, versatile defender, very athletic. Like, I think the card is really good. I would still take him over Mike Miller and Kyle Korver. I just wish his release was a little better. That's the only complaint. Herb Jones comes in at number 7 for me, or I guess Herbert Jones. I think Herb Jones just sounds better, but 6'7" with a 7-foot wingspan. This card is very, very good defensively. Similarly to Chris Middleton, could use a little bit of playmaking help, but shooting badges are great. Finishing badges are very solid. 90 driving dunk, 93 speed, 93 three ball. Amazing, versatile defender, and he's got Kimba escape. I actually like Braun's dribble style. It's got a good push cross. His release is nice and smooth. I think it's a little better than Chris Middleton's. I think he's a little better than Chris Middleton. I would take him over just because I like the release a little more. Player builds maybe a little better as well. Like, I think they're very similar cards, but I actually really like this Herb Jones, so we're going to put him at number 7. Number 6 is going to be Dominique Wilkins. Big Neek is one of the more slept on cards in MyTEAM. This card came out in the Bold promo last season, and I think was very slept on from the day that he came out, to be honest. 6'8" with a 6'10" wingspan, hotspots from literally everywhere. 28 Hall of Fame badges, include really good badge completeness. Yes, half handles for days would be nice. Yes, he could use bailout, unpluckable, break starter, free points. There's a few badges would be nice to add, but in general, he's a versatile, good defender, has golden movable enforcer. He's 6'8", an elite slasher, an elite shooter, and a very, very capable playmaker. He's got good sigs, tray escape, Curry slide, MJ dribble style, not bad at all, and a release that is actually, I feel like, very smooth and easy as well. Dominique Wilkins, I think, is one of the more slept on opals in the entire game right now. Really, really solid card. Definitely think he deserves a top 6 spot. Number 5, Jaylen Brown has the same flaw as Chris Middleton. He's just better than Chris Middleton, basically, is the complaint or the comparison, I think, for this card. Yes, he's an inch shorter than Chris Middleton, but I think when you compare the cards, I would give the Jaylen Brown the slight edge. So statistically, across the board, Jaylen Brown is slightly better than this Chris Middleton card. And as a whole, I don't really care about the -12 post moves across the board. I promise that does not really matter. Tendency-wise, JB's dunk tendencies are better. Not that tendencies are a huge difference. I'm just comparing these cards because I think that this is a good way to just describe what separates these cards a little bit. Now, shooting badges favor Chris Middleton a little bit. Defense, I think, favors JB slightly. Slashing favors JB slightly. Playmaking favors JB slightly. And then animation-wise, I also think JB has slightly better animations. They have the same escape, which is nice, same drag back, similar behind the backs, but I do think JB's fade is a little bit better as well. And I think his animations defensively are also a little bit better, and definitely as a slasher. So I like him slightly better. And do I like him 3 spots better? I mean, all these guys are really close, I'm going to be honest. So I think this is a fair list, and we're going to put JB in the number 5 slot. RJ Barrett's going to go number 4. The thing about RJ Barrett is he is just much better release-wise than a guy like Jaylen Brown. That's the main differentiator. He also has Hoff handles for days, which is a big deal. Does not have Hoff movable enforcer, but that's okay. The Hoff handles for days kind of helps make up for that. Gives him more playmaking ability. Kemba escape, good, decent behind the back. John Wall drag back. I don't remember if he has Jamal Murray behind the back, actually. I'm forgetting now. I don't think it is. Pro 2 fade, really nice release. Like, I just think he's Jaylen Brown with a better release, pretty much, and Hoff handles for days. He's better, though. I think RJ Barrett is kind of where that next tier of shooting guard starts, and the top tier of free shooting guard, or I guess non-gambling shooting guard, because not all these cards are free. But Reggie Lewis is really good. I think this card is phenomenal. I know he only has gold handles for days, and he actually has Hoff. I forgot he has Hoff handles for days. So that's a W. Just like RJ Barrett has that badge completeness, has Hoff handles for days, but also elite SIGs, really nice release, and I believe 6'7", 6'8" wingspan, great defense. Like, I think he's a better defender than what you get out of an RJ Barrett, having anchor, brick wall, movable enforcer, post lockdown, pogo stick, all that on the interior. He's, again, a slightly better version of an RJ Barrett, and I think this is a pretty fair spot to put him. Again, number 3 feels fair. Now, I was torn on whether or not to put this card on the list, but I think I still have to. It's Julius Erving. The reason that Julius Erving does go on a non-gambling list is because he is available from the option pack that you can get from the Pro Pass this season at level, 35 or 36, and that is non-gambling. I mean, I understand that that is not free. You have to buy the Pro Pass, but it is non-gambling, and he is the best option in that non-gambling pack. So I'm going to include him on this list because of that. Stats and batters are phenomenal. The only complaint is that he has gold and movable enforcer instead of Hoff, but his animations are exceptional. Elite release, Pro 2 fade, top tier SIGs, Jamal Murray behind the back. Like, the card does everything well. Massive player build, defends his butt off. Afro makes him look closer to 6'8". Like, he is an absolute stud, one of the best shooting guards in all of my team. And I mean, he's my backup shooting guard right now still. But number 1 is kind of still a no-brainer, especially when it comes to non-gambling, and it's like Glenn Rice. Just obviously, not even close. Glenn Rice is easily the best non-gambling shooting guard in the game. I don't think this was ever in doubt. At 6'8" with a 6'9" wingspan, near perfect badge completeness, in addition to amazing all-around stats and badges, and most importantly, the Patty Mills base with a very fast stepper and pretty much perfect SIGs. I mean, he is the best shooting guard in the game. This is as in-game of a card as you get, and if you did not get him in Season 6, you missed out. I'm sorry. I don't even enjoy the game that much, but I had to get this card in Season 6 because he is absolutely exceptional, and trust me, I don't regret it. My favorite card right now in my team still to this day is Glenn Rice. So I think he is the best non-gambling shooting guard in the game by a mile, and I think as a whole, this list is actually pretty good. Would be interested to hear y'all's thoughts for sure in the comment section down below, so let me know what you think of my list. Would love to hear, number 1, who you think I may rank too high, rank too low. If there's anybody I left off the list entirely that you think is a really good non-gambling shooting guard as well, feel free to leave me a comment and let me know about that. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.